The topic and the case that we're going to be speaking on today, it kind of hits close to home for me. I told you guys that I grew up in group homes, but not only that, I actually went to Job Corps and I seen a lot of crazy things and experienced a lot of wild stuff while being there. And it's definitely not what I expected. So today we're going to be speaking on Jose Amaya Guardado and the horrible event that took place when went to Job Corps. This is really, really gruesome. Not really into giving trigger warnings, but I do want to give you guys just kind of a heads up that this is intense. I've been getting back into true crime lately. I've gotten a lot of requests. I'm extremely logical with the way that I deliver things, and I'm unbiased, right? But I will let you know when I do find something to be horrible and disgusting. And I think that you guys appreciate my honesty. So let's get straight into it. Hit the like button so this could get spread within the algorithm. I want people to hear about this story. I don't really see that many people speaking on it. So let's get straight into it. Jose Amaya Guardado, I want to make sure I'm saying the name right. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know in the comments. Was a 17-year-old boy from El Salvador. Jose and his family moved to the United States to escape violence in their home country. The family, which consisted of Jose's parents, Lucia and Santos Amaya. I'm telling you guys, I'm not really the best when it comes to pronouncing like names, but do let me know in the comment section and I will work on it. And as well, Jose's 5 siblings. The family moved to Miami, Florida in 2006. Jose didn't settle in well because he was shy, antisocial, and found it really hard to make friends. So Jose's parents enrolled him in a Homestead Job Corps Center while he was 17. On the afternoon of June 28, 2015, Jose went out to buy some snacks. The school staff knew he usually come back in about a half an hour, but Jose didn't come back that night. Jose never returned to school. The school informed Jose's parents about their son's disappearance immediately. Santos and Lucia knew something was wrong, since their behavior was unlike their son. He didn't normally acting that way. He didn't just disappear and go somewhere without speaking to anyone. So they reported Jose missing to the police. But the police had to wait 72 hours before they started investigating the case. Jose was 17, so I think that was why, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, Jose's family began looking for him on their own. They first went to Jose's school to ask around. The family also searched the wooded area surrounding Job Corps. That's when they saw a big burned patch of grass. Upon closer inspection, they found Jose's feet sticking out from the ground. Next to Jose's body was a burnt piece of wood. Jose's parents started crying, of course, but his brother felt at least relieved that the search was over. Jose's family informed the police and they rushed to the crime scene. Jose's body was deeply decomposed, therefore difficult to examine. His killers had burned his clothes and their own clothes. The authorities found pieces of evidence that were left behind. The pieces of evidence was a lighter, a glove, and a sock. The investigators soon confirmed that the body in the woods was Jose. His death was ruled as a homicide, and the DNA analysis was carried out on the burned clothes. Jose's cousin created a GoFundMe page for Jose's funeral. She wrote in the description what exactly happened to Jose. Jose was R-word, rhymes with grape, had many stab wounds, and was still alive when buried. He was 17 years old, man. He couldn't defend himself. A crime is bad, but what Jose suffered was horrible. The Guardado family was desperate for answers. The authorities soon arrested suspects in connection with Jose's murder. These were Jonathan Lucas, 18 years old, Christian Cologne, 19 years old, Desiree Strickland, 18 years old, Kahim Abello, 20 years old, and Joseph Michael Cabrera. Most of them was known to be criminals. Jose's family had no idea they would be criminals at the school with their kid. And that is definitely something that not a lot of people knew at all. It was some wild people up in there when I went, and I had no idea it was going to get down like that. I was like, oh, this is supposed to be a facility. You apply, you get in and help you find a job and do things of that nature. Wrong. wrong. In fact, fam, just a small segment about Job Corps, just to put this in because what we're speaking on pertains to that. It seemed pretty crooked, fam. They say they help you with jobs. They did not help me one bit. In fact, when you leave, they're supposed to help you, further get a job, and as well as just a whole list of things that they didn't care about or even try. Like they get a bunch of bonuses for whatever level you complete. So I think they're just trying to rush it so they could get more money. Like there's certain, I guess you could say, floors. There was 2 floors when I was there for men, the first floor, second floor. They would beef with each other over certain students. I wanted to move to the first floor eventually, and these dudes refused. That like they was beefing. I was in the meeting watching them argue. And I'm like, why are they going so hard? I didn't know that certain floors get a bonus for each kid that graduates. And because I scored a perfect score on an entrance exam, they knew I was going to graduate. It was like guaranteed. In fact, I think that was the term that they called me. Guaranteed graduate. When I tried to get kicked out on purpose, they refused. Yo, I was like, just let me leave, man. Just let me. They're like, nah, we think you could do well here. I'm like, this is crazy. This is insane. You might think that was motivational. Nah, they wanted their paper. It was about their coin, fam. So yeah, I don't really rock with Job Corps. I do think that the message of what they're trying to do, or what they say that the mission statement, with my slurring word self, with the mission statement, I do think is a good mission statement. It turned out that Jose bumped into the group of these infamous bullies at Homestead's Job Corps Center. They attacked Jose for his shyness. The group harassed Jose and took money from him on a regular basis. Meanwhile, they all denied killing Jose. The ringleaders, Kahim and Jonathan, were first to be arrested. Kahim's grandmother couldn't believe her grandson was a murderer, mostly because his mother passed away the same way. So she didn't believe that someone who went through that and had to grow up without their mother because of something like that would go out there to commit it. And that does make sense in a realm of trauma and psychological stuff. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose, but it does make sense. I will say that that's not an excuse. Not even a little bit. Not even in the least bit, fam. Nah, this dude was a monster, if you ask me. The investigators discovered that the group had planned this entire thing weeks prior to the actual event. Apparently, the motive was Jose owed Kahim money. Now, remember, I did state earlier that they used to take money from him on a regular basis. Not that he owed money. Not that he owed, that they used to bully him and just take it from him. Right? So that's a bullcrap excuse. These people were just sick. They just wanted to get this off and they thought they would be able to get away with it for whatever reason, fam. For whatever reason. The team was charged for first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and 4 counts of tampering with a witness or a victim while awaiting trial. Nasty. Nasty. The whole crew is disgusting, fam. Wow. The 4 boys did eventually confess to the murder and shared graphic details with the police. However, Desiree maintained her innocence with her lying self. You got to see a clip of this. There's no way you could look at this and tell me, oh, that person, they definitely seem innocent. They didn't do nothing wrong. Look at this.
Give me my dad! Give me my dad!
I'll talk to you when you calm down.
You give me my dad! I will be calm! Give me my dad!
You're violent up to now. You need to sit down.
Give me my dad!
I'm not going in that room unless you sit down. You sit down, I'll come in the room.
Give me my dad!
Get up! I'm gonna leave because you're acting violent. Okay, and I don't want your problems. Okay, calm down. I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. Like I told you, you're under arrest.
I haven't done anything though!
Listen to me. You haven't waived your rights. Okay, so I'm gonna
Okay, I'll talk to you, but I haven't done anything. I promise I didn't do nothing.
You wanna talk to me? You gotta
I'll talk to you,
we'll get your hand up one, and you gotta explain to me what your mother was.
I didn't do anything. I did not kill that boy. I promise.
I never accused you of anything. I'm gonna look you right. If you agree to tell me your side of the story, I'll listen to it. But that means I'm gonna have to take off your cuffs.
I didn't do that. I didn't do anything.
Listen to me. gonna talk to me, I go get rights. If I take off your cuffs, you're not gonna shove me, you're not gonna hurt me. Okay, you promise? Alright, give me a second. Talk to me or no?
Yes, but I didn't do that.
But I don't want to hear your story until we got the arrest. Your dad is downstairs waiting right now. Your dad is downstairs. No, you can't talk to him right now.
Why?
Because that's right now, you're under arrest right now. Okay? You want to talk to me or no?
I want to talk to my dad.
You're not going to talk to your dad right now. You're not going to talk to your dad.
Why? I can't really get my stuff.
These are your options. You can either, you can talk to me and tell me your involvement in the whole case, or
I can't help my lawyer here.
or just because you go to jail. I'm the witness.
I haven't done anything. You can't send people.
I can tell you for your whole involvement.
I have no involvement. I didn't do anything.
From our investigation has revealed the involvement that you were in with the case.
I have no involvement.
Listen to me. We have the statements of Kahim Osorio, okay, Jonathan Lucas, okay, Christian Colon, as well as many other people.
I have no
Well,
involvement.
that's something you're going to have to deal with your attorney. Okay, we have confessions from other people. Something you need to do with your attorney. You can keep crying and screaming all you want.
I'm not crying. I'm screaming.
You have two options. You can sit here quietly and wait to be taken to the jail, or you can wait your Miranda rights and tell me your side of the story. It's up to you. I'm not gonna question you without going through your Miranda first. It's up to you. I hadn't even got to that before you shoved me in the door.
I didn't shove you.
What do you call that? What you did?
I was moving the door. I wasn't even touching
Okay. You
you.
call moving the door. I call it shoving me. You cannot put your hands on a law enforcement.
I didn't put my hands on you.
I'm not
You
gonna
touched
argue.
me.
I'm not gonna argue. Okay.
Don't lie.
I'm not gonna argue. Okay. You do what you want to do. So stay.
I haven't even done anything.
I'm asking you is just stay quiet.
The state of Florida didn't seek the death penalty for the 4 of the 5 defendants. Only Kahim faces the death penalty. In 2022, Desiree was sentenced to 15 years after she pleaded guilty. Remember how she kept saying she's innocent? Remember how she kept saying it wasn't her like Shaggy? She was lying through her teeth. She's facing, she faced and she got sentenced to 15 years conspiracy to murder. But the 7 years she has already served will also be counted, which means that she'll get out, if my math is not mistaken, 8 years. Yeah, life is what I think that should have been chose, especially due to the fact that Jose won't get the chance to experience his life. Yeah, this is crazy. Straight crazy. Jonathan pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and was sentenced to 5 years in prison plus 15 years probation. Joseph pleaded guilty to the same charge and received a slightly lesser sentence. Christian and Kahim are still awaiting trial. During the trial, it was discovered that I can't even call them kids, these nasty, disgusting people, they hacked him. They hacked Jose to death with machetes. And then they buried his body, and then they lit it on fire, and then they burned his clothes. And then Kahim and Desiree, I'm forgetting her name already because I want to forget their name. I want to forget all their names. But Kahim and Desiree actually decided to make love in the woods next to the burning body of Jose before leaving. While everyone else ran away, they stayed there to engage in activities. These people are sick. These people are sick, fam. Jose and his family left El Salvador to escape violence. And what happened? They received it right here. Right here, fam. This is nasty. Some people are disgusting. I always say this one thing that I've heard before. I say it all the time because it makes sense. Some toys are just made broken. If you have another true crime case that you would like me to look into, send it to me via Discord if you can, or email. That's probably the best option. Check out my other true crime videos if you can. Drop some comments to let me know any information that you would like to let me know. See you guys. If you want access to my live streams, follow me on Twitch and follow me on Rumble. Yeah, that's where you get that exclusive, man. And if you want access to my face, videos where I show my face, go ahead and check out my Patreon, man. Show some love and support. It really helps me out. Keeps the channel going. Check out that merch too as well.